What is the future of Nigeria's I&E FX window and the broader FX market? And the question we're just asking Philip Anegwe from Chapel Hill, Denham, before we went on break was fix it, float it, or flex it?
The I&E is the closest we've seen to floating, where demand and supply is actually allowed to dictate the tempo of activities. And we've seen the progress since the introduction of the I&E window in April. So I think the CBN may favor leaving that arrangement in the near to medium term.
Why is the central bank still keeping its reference window for FX open? Do you want it closed?
That is a question that is still open for debate. But I think the most important thing is that most of the transaction, a good chunk of the transaction, occurs at near 360 naira to the dollar level. So I think we shouldn't pay so much attention to the CBN reference window where little or nothing actually happens around.
Because the I&E window is resolving our problem.
Yeah, in any case, most of the transactions occur at near 360, which is closer to the I&E window.
But the IMF, the World Bank, everybody keeps saying, a little bit, tinker with this FX window again. And that's why you got those three questions on the screen. Fix it, float it, or flex it. Does this market, the FX market, require a bit more flexing?
I think for now, given the stage of the nation's development, I think the parameters that are put in place, talking about the structure that is put in place, it's working at the moment. I think we should allow more time for also see more developments on that front. Mind you, we may see some patches of concerns towards the election. Of course, you expect foreign portfolio investors to actually stay out of the market ahead of the election. So that is another story. So we still think we still need some more time to see the market actually evolve.
But where we are at the moment, it doesn't look like the foreign investors are fleeing the way they did in 2014.
Not at the moment, but I would think it's typical that closer to the election, you may see some sort of caution on the part of foreign portfolio investors.
But will it be as brutal as 2014, 2015?
Yeah, we don't think it's going to be as brutal as it was then because relative to 2015, we are seeing a more improved fundamental picture, particularly because of where crude prices are at the moment, and of course, crude production also doing well. So we think the outflow, or more or less the caution that foreign portfolio investors we actually put on board may not be as aggressive as what we saw in 2015. 2014,
2015 seemed to be one era on its own. Going into elections, oil prices came down at the same time, but looks like we have a bit of an inverse this time around. Oil prices going up, production a little bit more steady, prices also looking good. 150% over a one-year period.
Yeah, in addition to that, we have a relatively better managed FX market. So that is another consideration. So that gives a lot of confidence to foreign portfolio investors.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Emefiele and his team seems to have learned the ropes. They were seriously burnt 2014, 2015. And it looks like that adversity seemed to have helped them get a better hang of the FX market.
Yeah, definitely.
So generally, what's the future? What's the exchange rate you're looking at for the rest of the year?
We expect Naira to continue to play around the 360 level for 2018. We'll see, like I noted, there may be some patches of concerns towards the election period, but I think that on average, we'll still be around the 360 level.
That's comforting. Thank you very much. Philip Anegwe of the research unit at Chapel Hill, Denham, one of the investment banks and licensed securities trading firm on Broad Street. Now let's bring in today's program to a close. Thank you, everyone. Let's get together on Wednesday, that'll be tomorrow, to continue the conversation around whatever is making big news in the world of economy, investment, finance, and markets. I am Bosun Omafaye, and I mind your business. See you again.